What is going on YouTube? It's your boy B-KASH, and we're back with another video talking about the NFL draft. This is Combine week, guys. I have a lot of videos planned this week. I'll probably posting 3. I'll probably post every other day. Yeah, but here we go. We're gonna do the top 5 running backs video. Yeah, let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5, we have Darrell Henderson from Memphis, 5'9", 200-pound running back. Ran for almost 2,000 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 8.9 yards a carry. Darrell Henderson, he has a good burst. He's very shifty, and he's a pretty good player. Not that good in pass protection, but he did do damage in receiving as a weapon receiving. So there's a question about him being a third down back because he's not that good in pass protection. But his comparison for me at least is Matt Bredia from the San Francisco 49ers. Matt Breida had a high per carry this past year. I think it was like 5.9 maybe. It was 5 point something. It was very high. He turned into a really good player, and he's very fast, very shifty. I don't know if Darrell Henderson has the same top-end speed as Matt Breida, because Matt Breida is a very fast player. I don't know what he ran. I don't think he was at the Combine because he was an undrafted player. But Matt Breida is a very fast player, and Darrell Henderson, if that's your ceiling, I guess that's kind of... I don't like to say comparisons are your ceiling, because sometimes comparisons aren't one-to-one comparisons, like Johnny Manziel to Kyler Murray. Johnny Manziel isn't his ceiling. It just makes more sense as a comparison. You get what I'm saying? So Matt Breida may not be his ceiling, but they may do similar things. He would be good in a running back by committee. Yeah. Let's get to number 4. Now for number 4, we have Damien Harris from Alabama, 5'11", 215 pounds. I sound like a WWE announcer right there. But 876 yards this season, 9 touchdowns, 5.8 a carry, 22 receptions, and 204 yards. He was part of the running back by committee at Alabama with him, Josh Jacobs, and Najee Harris. He's not a receiving back, but he does have natural hands. Like, he's not gonna drop it, but decent pass. He's not the best pass protector, so he's not gonna be a third down back by any means. He's not elusive for his size. Like, he's not that shifty, and that's why his comparison. Dalvin Cook. I feel like they're almost the same player. They're very similar. Dalvin Cook, not that good of a pass protector. He's also not that shifty. I feel like they have similar strengths and weaknesses, which this is probably my most confident comparison. Like most of them are like timid comparisons. This is probably the most confident. Like, it makes the most sense. Dalvin Cook to Damien Harris. Up next, we have at number 3, David Montgomery, 5'11", 216. That's a very common build for a running back in this draft class. It's like 3 people. Well, the last 2 people had that same build, and number 1 has a similar build. I think they're the exact same. But 1,200 yards rushing, 13 touchdowns, 22 receptions, and 157 yards. Now, David Montgomery, he's a very shifty, elusive player. Unlike Damien Harris, he can make you miss. He's going to break the tackle. He has good size, good vision with the ball, but he doesn't have a high top-end speed. He tries to bounce out to the outside, and that does not work because he's not that fast. And he is a good pass protector. He's actually really good in pass protection, which gives him that ability to be a third down back and doesn't give away that you're running the ball when he's in the game, because he's actually a good pass protector. And I know people may say, David Montgomery at number 3? Oh, that's a lot of people's number 1 running back, number 2 running back, but I think there are 2 running backs that are better. But let's get into the comparison. Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is my comparison for David Montgomery. Kareem Hunt at Toledo. David Montgomery does have like 16 pounds on him, but Kareem Hunt at Toledo, he could make people miss. He was a good pass protector. Um, he would break that first tackle. And they probably have similar top end speed as Kareem Hunt ran like a 4.6 or something like that. I think that's probably where David Montgomery will be in his 40 range. Um, yeah, that's my comparison. Now at number 2, I have Rodney Anderson. He was injured in 2016, missed the whole season, and tore his ACL after 2 games this season, but he was actually pretty good in the 2 games. 11 attempts, 119 yards, 3 touchdowns, 10 per carry. He's a very good running back. He can catch out of the backfield. He's a decent pass protector. He's not that good. His biggest weakness is his injuries. In 2017, he had 1,100 yards, 13 touchdowns, 17 receptions for 281 yards. That's the last time he played a full season. And, his biggest concern is injuries. But when he's on the field, he is an amazing player. I almost contemplated putting him at number 1, but those injuries will slide him down teams' boards, and that's probably what some teams think. That's why David Montgomery could be over. But I think Rodney Anderson is probably one of the most underrated talents in the draft, mainly because he was hurt this year. But he really should have went back to school. It didn't make sense to me, I saw the tape against Georgia. He was amazing in that game. And that's what sold me on Rodney Anderson. And his comparison, Joe Mixon from Oklahoma. It's like teams want a certain type of player at each position, which is why it's easy to compare somebody to somebody who just came out of that school a couple years back. And Joe Mixon, they're pretty similar. Let's get to number 1. Running back number 1, who's almost everybody's number 1 now, Josh Jacobs, but hey, he lives up to the hype. He has very good balance as a running back. He didn't get that many carries, as he was like limited because of that 3 running back set. But this season he did rush for 640 yards and 11 touchdowns. He was the one during that Wildcat. He was the one who was like receiving the ball and running as that quarterback in the Wildcat, just going right up the center's back. He's a really good running back, has good balance, has decent hands, and he's not that good in pass protection, but he has decent hands. And his comparison will be Alvin Kamara from the Saints from Tennessee. Alvin Kamara definitely has more natural hands, and Josh Jacobs has more balance, and he's probably more powerful and stronger than Alvin Kamara. I feel like they'll probably run in the same range for the 40. Josh Jacobs he's gonna be a pretty good player. I have him mocked to the Ravens in the first round. He probably is not going in the first round just because of the simple fact that running back isn't that highly valued of a position anymore. But Josh Jacobs, he's a beast, man. He's a beast. But it's your boy B-KASH. I have more football content on the way, and I'm out. Peace.